Hi, my name is Jade Baxley, and today we'll be reading The Brain is Kind of a Big Deal by Seluk. Before reading, I have a few questions and vocabulary to go over. Let's start with the vocab. Today we have nerves, which is any of the fibers that carry messages to and from the brain and other parts of your body. Synapses, which is a small gap between two neurons. And neurons, which is a nerve cell that carries electrical impulses. What are some things that you think the brain does? Do you think the brain is a big deal? Why or why not? Let's start reading. The brain is kind of a big deal. Inside of your head, behind your eyes, and under your hair is one of the coolest things about you, your brain. Your brain is the command center of your entire body, a living computer. It's constantly collecting and storing new information about everything you experience. That way, the next time you experience the same thing, your brain will know exactly what to do. Without your brain, you wouldn't be able to read and understand these words or even turn the page. Sure, for you, turning the page seemed easy, but your brain had to move a lot of different muscles in just the right way to make that happen. Your brain works really hard all the time without you even knowing it. Within your brain are 5 sections called lobes. Each lobe does something a little different, but the parts all work together too. The brain is made up of billions of things called neurons. They talk to one another by sending messages through gaps called synapses. When your brain's neurons work together to help your body take action, you can do all kinds of complicated things. Once a message leaves the brain, it travels through long, stringy nerves. Nerves are like roads. They connect the brain to everything else in the body. What are the sections called in your brain? And as you heard, we had all of our vocab words: neurons, synapses, and nerves. Your brain also uses nerves to get messages back from the rest of your body. If you get a paper cut or scrape, your knee or nerve will let your brain know very quickly. Your brain connects to the rest of your body through the nervous system. The nervous system is made up of your brain, brainstem, spinal cord, and nerves. Your brain makes your body do a lot of important things that keep you alive without you even thinking about it, like telling your heart to beat and your lungs to breathe. Your brain tells you when you need to eat, your stomach and gut send messages to your brain, and your brain decides when you're hungry or full. Are you tired right now? If you are, your brain is getting messages from your body that you need to sleep soon. When you sleep, your brain and body get a lot of much needed rest. While you dream, your brain gets ready for the next day. Sometimes it dreams about weird stuff. Now it's time to move on to even more fun stuff, the stuff that makes you you. Your brain helps you turn thoughts into words so you can say or write what you're thinking. When you talk and write in a way that other people understand, you're using language. Remember how the brain collects information like a computer and keeps it for later? Your brain is really good at using this information to figure out stuff along with sentences. When you see something, a message is passed from the back of your eyes to the very back of your brain. When the brain gets the message, the images are actually upside down and backward. Your brain is a good problem solver, though. Your ears are always listening. When you hear something, whether it's the ocean or a song or a burp, your brain has to work to understand it. The sounds that you hear are made up into messages that are sent to your brain, then your brain tells you what that sound is. Anytime you feel with your sense of touch, like something soft or wet, messages are sent to your brain. When you touch something, your brain's experience can be really useful, especially if whatever you've touched is sharp or too hot. Then your brain can help you avoid it to keep you safe. When a smell enters your nose, a message is sent to your brain. Your brain will then know if the smell is good or bad, or if you have smelled it before. Your brain is especially good at remembering smells. When you taste something, your brain gets messages about the different flavors from your tongue. Then your brain decides if it likes the taste or not. Your sense of taste has a lot to do with your sense of smell. Your brain uses your nose even more than your tongue to decide if something tastes good. Your brain is also in charge of telling your muscles and body exactly how to move. When you run, your brain gives your body very specific instructions. When you are in danger, your brain is firing messages all throughout your nervous system to make movements happen. By now, you know that your brain is always collecting information like a computer. All that information is stored in your memory. Your brain searches through all that information so you can find a memory when you need it. A new memory is kept by your brain for about 30 seconds before it is forgotten. This is called short-term memory. If you repeat something enough times, or if it's really important, that short-term memory could turn into long-term memory. Long-term memories last, you guessed it, a long time. Don't worry, your brain will never stop making new memories, so keep learning. Something the brain is really, really good at is thinking. Thinking and thinking and thinking. Your brain is thinking about things pretty much all the time. You can imagine things and solve problems just by thinking about them. Every invention that helped created, from rockets and medicine to toilets and pizza, came from thinking about ways to make things better. Do you know your feelings like love come from your brain too? You feel happy, sad, angry, or scared without ever having to learn how. You can control how you react when you feel something, but your feelings happen no matter what. Do you use your brain to determine if you like certain foods? Explain. Your brain is pretty important. It helps you make sense of the world around you. It tells your heart to pump blood to the rest of your body and your lungs to breathe so you can stay alive. It moves your body and helps you talk, see, and hear. Your brain is in charge of all the thoughts, feelings, and memories that make you you. Hooray for the brain. That's kind of a big deal. Now that we're done reading, I have a few questions after. What is the command center of your body? Can you recall what the nervous system is made of? And I'm Jade Baxley. Thanks for reading.